Hello Virgo, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead, my friends. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you, whether you're here brand new or you are always clicking here. I appreciate you being in the comments, your thumbs up, and your subscriptions. Thank you so much for doing that and building this Virgo tribe. Today we're using two decks. We're using two Oracle decks. We have Cosmic Insights. Excuse me. We have Cosmic Insights, and then we have the Journeys and Oracle. And let's get some energy from both of these decks, and we'll hit it with some tarot, find out what's going on. We have a new clarifying deck to work with today. We've got Move On, and we've got Guilt. It says someone is unavailable and a waste of time. Look at that. I don't know that anybody's ever a waste of time, but I just really feel like no matter what relationship we're in, no matter how horribly it crashes and burns, it's always for our learning. So it says that it's over. I don't know that it was a waste of time, but it does say that someone is unavailable. And then we've got Guilt. It says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. I like that. All right, we've got Caution. Find out more information and don't overwork yourself. So I'm going to say don't overthink it, don't overdo it, don't pay more attention to it than it needs. We've got Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So I think that takes two to tango is what I want to say. And I feel like that somebody is moving on. It could be you or somebody else, and maybe you feel guilty for doing that, but you must grow your soul. And you knew that it was over, Virgo. You knew that it was over, and it's time to leave that situation. Let's get a tarot deck and find out what else is going on for you, Virgo. Let's throw some tarot at it, then we'll clarify a little bit, find out what's up for you. Virgo, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. It is in the comment section. You will see that there is a pin. The very first comment will tell you how to get to Wizio if you're interested in booking a private read. My readings there begin at $40. It's quite reasonable if you just have one question. All right, here we go. Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, my Earth cousin. Tell me about Virgo. We have the Three of Swords, so just something definitely is over. And I don't know if you decided to walk away or someone else didn't, but it was a disappointing and heartbreaking situation. It is in fact over. Tell me more. We do have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Not feeling so confident about the way things ended. It does feel like somebody here, like it almost feels like somebody was bled for money. Like somebody, I don't know if it's you or them, somebody here I feel like they're not, it's almost like you spent a lot of money on this. I want to say that the investment didn't pay off and that you put a lot of energy, money, time. You tried to build this the best that you could. We do have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. But you know what? There comes a point where we know what we have to do. I think that you stayed in some sort of connection or a job possibly or a friendship for longer than maybe you should have been, but it's because of your loyalty, right? Earth sign like me, the earth signs are quite loyal. And I feel also that you moved at it super slow because you weren't really sure if it was over or not. You weren't really sure if you wanted to leave or wait for them to leave. We get to that spot sometimes when we know that it's done, but we are not really sure how to end it. And I feel like the way that you make your decision here is you decide you're not going to feel guilty about it, that you must do the things that are the best things for your soul's growth, Virgo. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. And whatever you were believing while you were in this situation, whether it's a job or a love relationship, or maybe it's a friend or whatever it is, I feel like whatever your belief was while you were in that, I feel like you changed your mind and you decided that instead of being confused and overwhelmed emotionally, that you got into your pentacle energy, right? Which is, I feel like it's kind of what you do when something is going topsy-turvy or awry in your life here. I feel that sometimes what you'll do is you'll just sort of look at the details, like you'll get really familiar with it and get very knowledgeable about it, and then you make your decision. So I feel like you went over some sort of details, and I think what it comes down to is that somebody I feel was really hard on your confidence. And that's why you had to leave. If you were the one that left, and if someone else left you, I'm going to say count your lucky stars that was a blessing, actually, because I feel like it was tearing down your self-confidence. It was stopping you from growing. And I feel like you finally made some type of decision that was really hard to make. We do have the moon energy in the reverse. So things came to light. Things came to light and you didn't want to fight anymore. Five of Swords is in the reverse. There was enough fighting. You were done with the battles and the personal attacks and the egoic conversations. You were done with that stuff, I feel. And the moon tells me that the sun will come out tomorrow. And so it feels like the sun is going to come out, but it's going to take some time, of course, for the healing to kick in first. But you are seeing things clearly, and that's the Seven of Cups as well. It's like I'm no longer, looking at things through emotion. I'm looking at them through logic and reason. It's time to really look at the reasons why I'm leaving. So our new deck here is it's a tarot deck. I think it's called the Idyllis Tarot. That's what it looks like to me. But I do love the depictions, and it is just a small clarifying deck. And so picked it up, thought it would be fun. I like the art on it, and it does feel good. All right. Tell me about this moving on, please. It says someone is unavailable. It was a waste of time. It's over. So it is over. Tell me about this a little bit, please, for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Virgo. Tell me about Virgo. Well, that's too many, but we'll take that one. We'll take this one. Ooh, Tower. There we go. Yeah, you know what? It seems like it has something to do with your financial situation. Like maybe they kicked you out and now you're on your own, or maybe you no longer have any incoming income because they're no longer with you, or something like that. The Tower here is falling on the King of Pentacles, and of course that's you, right? This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So the Tower is falling, and there are a lot of changes going on in your life, Virgo. And you're probably already feeling this Tower energy. Like, I feel like I'm connecting with somebody who already, this is no big deal. Like, I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but I feel like I am picking up on your energy of something is coming and it's not going to be great because the Tower is here. But I feel like the Tower always comes in terms of mercy, because I think that it's so important to know when to leave, right? To know when to leave the job, the relationship. You have to know when it's over. But it's so hard when it gets to the end of a relationship to know when it's really over. Is it repairable, or is it really over? One more card for move on, please. We've got the King of Cups, yeah. So it does feel like what is over is something that you were attached to, not only emotionally, but also your finances were attached, maybe together. So it doesn't have to mean this is a marriage, but it looks like it is a pretty serious relationship, and one of you moved on. I feel like it was you after the Tower fell. I feel like there was a situation that came up here that where you ended up finding out some information. Tell me about the Tower, please. Tell me about the Tower for Virgo. We've got the Nine of Pentacles again. This time it's in the upright. We've got the Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Somebody found somebody else. The Three Pentacles tells me that someone found another partnership. And I want to say that I feel like whoever you were in the partnership with was only watching you do all the work anyway. I don't necessarily think that they were really putting in any effort, because we do have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, but we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse as well. So I feel like you become single because someone else finds another partnership. That's what it looks like here. They find a partnership or another group of people, and they decide to stand their ground. I'm just gonna stand my ground here with this new group of people. So I feel like somebody tells you that they're leaving the relationship. That's what it feels like here. Tell me about the Three of Swords, please. What do we need to know for Virgo about the Three of Swords? We do have the Knight of Cups. It's a disappointing thing, but I feel like you had a lot of feelings here. Yeah, this person, you may have considered them a soulmate, or maybe you knew them for a really long time. And we have the Hermit energy. There you are, Virgo. So I feel as though, yeah, the Ten Ten of Wands is here, right? So it's something that you were carrying for a while, Virgo. And like I said, it's always so important to know when to leave. But as earth signs, and I'm an earth sign as well, I'm your cousin, Taurus, right? So we have a hard time with the loyalty part of it. And I think that you're a person that is truly very loyal and somebody who always wants to provide, and you wanted to settle down, and you had deep love for this person. And I feel like for a while there, they got really cold or stoic on the surface, and they weren't really giving you a lot of energy. And I think so that's what you were feeling, right? When all of that was going on, you're feeling the Tower energy. Now, this is for the week ahead. For some of you, I feel that you're already feeling this energy. And I want to say that the week ahead is unfortunately probably when the Tower is going to fall. So the Three of Swords is here, and it's disappointing and heartbreaking. And you go into hermit mode, I feel, to lick the wounds, right? To try and get some wisdom about why the situation happened the way it is, because we do have the Knight of Cups and the Six of Cups. And so I want to say that somebody here was, had a lot of romantic feelings for someone that they've known for a really long time. I think that you really wanted to make this work, but I just don't think the other person did. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, please, for Virgo. We've got the Ace of Swords, we've got the Queen of Wands, and we have the Page of Pentacles. I want to say that there is going to be a new opportunity coming up here to take action on saying something. It's almost like this person's not finished with you, Virgo, I want to say. The Nine of Pentacles is in the reverse, and I don't think you wanted to leave the relationship. You may have left it, but I don't think you wanted to. I think you just wanted to make it work, honestly. I feel like you're going to have the opportunity to say something. The Queen of Wands, I got to tell you that the Queen of Wands, when they show up in this kind of reading for me, the Queen of Wands for me is somebody who is the other person or the other woman. So it does feel like whether you are feminine or masculine, that there was another feminine or masculine. The Queen of Wands is somebody who's in fire. They go get what they want. They don't take no for an answer. They will use what they look like on the outside to get what they want sometimes. And the Page of Pentacles tells me that I feel like somebody, carried on to something new. That something was already, when I see the Page of Pentacles, it feels like something was already growing in the background that you didn't see, but you might have felt it. You may have felt it. I think that you want to talk about it. It feels like your person may have been the Queen of Wands, or maybe your person's person is a Queen of Wands. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We also have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Tell me about the Seven of Cups in the reverse. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, tell me about the Seven of Cups in reverse. What is it that it feels like you came to a realization, like you get really clear, you stop looking at it through this lens of emotion, you sort of hunker down, and you decide that you need to make a decision. The Knight of Pentacles, and it took you a long time to do that. Page of Swords, you were watching and waiting until you realized that you had to go on this new path here, this new leap of faith. The Page of Swords. It's like you were, and you are the watcher, right, Virgo? You are the watcher. You will be the person who will sit in a room and watch how people interact with each other. You're more about taking in the information and going over all the details. And I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles that you waited here in this relationship, job, friendship, whatever it is, you waited here for a really long time because you wanted to be super clear on what was happening. You didn't want to just jump to conclusions. You wanted some clarity, and you wanted to figure out what was going on here first with the Queen of Wands before you made any moves here. So I feel like somebody here decides that they no longer want to be in a relationship. They want to be single here. And I feel like you take a really big hit to your confidence because it feels like somebody is leaving you for someone else who's really attractive, really charismatic, someone who probably gives them whatever they want when they want it. I feel like the Queen of Wands is saying to you, look, yeah, this isn't going to work. I'm going to have a new beginning here. It does feel like there's a third party here, for sure. And I feel like that's why somebody's moving on. I think it's you that's deciding to move on, but I feel like you've been feeling the Tower coming for a while. And so it didn't necessarily surprise you it's a big shift and a change for sure, but it didn't necessarily surprise you. But I feel like once it finally, once all the dust settles from the tower falling here, that you realize that it was the best thing for you, that maybe you do have a little bit of guilt from leaving it the way it was, but I think it's the best thing that was for you, and I'm always going to be in favor of whatever's best for you. We do have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Chariot, and we have the Devil. So it does feel like it quickly became toxic. The situation that you were in, like it feels like that you did find a soulmate, I want to say, because you're showing up as the King of Pentacles, feminine or masculine, that you did find a soulmate, and we know that because of the Six of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles is here, that this person is your soulmate, the one that you were going to settle down with and make your home with and all of that. But then the Devil shows up and temptation is here. And so I feel like the Queen runs off because there's a third party here, right here with the Queen of Wands. So it feels like the Queen of Pentacles runs off to get the shiny thing, because the Devil is temptation, right? It's temptation of the flesh, it's temptation of material wealth, it's seduction of those things. So I feel like the Queen was seduced into going with someone who might be a Capricorn, maybe a Cancer, that they left this relationship, or maybe you did. Take it as it resonates for you. Tell me what else is going on here for Virgo. We have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Hanged Man. Page of Cups is in the reverse. Yeah, it's unrequited love, my friend. I'm sorry if you're going through that. We do have the Four of Cups here. Yeah, that's where you're at, I think, as we go into the end of the week here. The thing is this, is right, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, and I do really believe that something else is about to be born here. You can see she's pregnant in this picture here, holding her belly, and I feel like that you do have a fistful of seeds. I'm going to say pick your path, your seeds of intention, right? Throw those and grow them. Put some time into yourself. Go over yourself, right? This is Virgo energy here. I feel like you're being given the time to get some perspective on the situation, and this perspective is you're trying to see it from the other person's point of view. I honestly don't know who the unrequited love is for. Like, I don't know if you decided to leave or they decided to leave because of all this energy here. It's hard to know. I think it was them that maybe decided that they didn't want the relationship anymore, but maybe it was you that made the first move to leave because something came to the surface that you weren't happy with. And it might have been this, that somebody was no longer in love, no longer had feelings, they no longer wanted to be here. And then we have the Four of Cups, which is the place where you decide that you need to be for a bit because it's become no fun. Right? I want to say that there is another opportunity coming, and I don't think that you will pass it by, but I really do feel that you're kind of in the self-sacrificing mood right now, and it feels like you really do have to sort of look over the situation, take it slowly, figure out what happened here so it doesn't happen again. We do have Pisces energy here. We have Cancer, we have Scorpio, Virgo energies here, of course, with the Hermit here. We do have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have Aries here, Capricorn, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. We've got Pisces and Cancer here. Yeah, I feel like you will be moving on to do something way more productive than being in this situation. And I feel like for those of you who are going to have a relationship that's going to break up. Look, we're in eclipse season. We just had a full moon, and that's the ending of things. It's the wrapping up of things. And sometimes on a Tuesday, it seems all fine. And on Wednesday, it blows the doors off and it's done. And that's how eclipse season comes by. It's like when it comes up with a full moon, it's like things end in a moment, right? So maybe this has been creeping up on you. You've been thinking about it. I don't think I'm telling you anything that you don't know already. If you're in a solid, steady, sturdy relationship, I don't think I'm talking about you, because I feel like I'm talking about someone who is already in this energy of knowing this isn't working out. I'm going to say that if that's you, chances are in the week ahead, that's when it's going to end. All right, I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, Virgo. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care. See ya. Bye-bye.